And welcome back. Okay, if you want to do it, program it, go.
I don't remember exactly what the routine is. But
Say what competition we're in, who's playing, and who we are.
welcome back to the Celeste 70% League. I'm Programmatic with Troy of Athens. And for this race, we got Millay versus Aurora.
You did it. Good job. Okay. Yeah, looking at the standings. Millay down there in 11th, 246. And AuroraDash at 7th at 428. So
definitely in Aurora's favor. Like, we'd have to probably expect some things to happen in order for Millay to take this game. But if anything, Millay is definitely going to be looking to at least get the best time possible on his side to maybe overtake Flarebear and take the number 10 spot.
Yeah.
So we'll see how this goes.
Not
Millay
sure
is definitely aiming to just grab as many bonus points as he possibly can.
Yeah, not necessarily sure if relegation if being in 10th, 11th, or 12th place makes a difference for relegations. It doesn't seem like it did for last season, but we'll see what they do for this season. But definitely, AuroraDash certainly wants to get some points that he could potentially pass Black Pair, who is 69 points ahead of AuroraDash, so would need at least 69 points or more. Actually, sorry, 70 points or more to surpass Black Pair. So it does kind of hang in Millay's hands on whether or not.
Where did Millay die there? I didn't even see. That's not a room you usually see people die in.
He died on the spikes after the first spring.
After the spring that you land on?
No, like between the two springs.
Oh, okay.
Maybe just dash to the right a bit too early.
Probably, yeah.
So 135 for Aurora. And Millay 140. So 5-second lead for Aurora into Chapter 2. Oh, Millay! Having a little bit of trouble.
A little bit of a bump.
Yeah. Still fine, but when you're trying to catch up already in Chapter 2, you do not want to keep making those mistakes.
Yeah. To be honest, probably like 90% of most people's time lost in this chapter just from bonking your head on corners.
Mm-hmm.
Because there aren't a lot of strats that are likely to kill you. Like, in terms of overall strats, Chapter 2 is probably, I'd say, the easiest chapter in the run. Even easier than City, I'd say. But there are lots of movement there. Okay. As I was saying, there aren't many places to die.
There's like two screens. It's that one that Aurora just died in, and the one right after. Yep.
these are the only two dangerous screens of Old Site, and Aurora died a pretty substantial death in the first.
Oh, it's taking one on the other one. Given the lead to Millay, it looks like. Yeah, definitely. As Aurora takes a second death on that screen.
Yeah, doing the fast strat here too, which is a slightly more difficult route.
Doing what he can. But Millay definitely going to be taking the lead after that. Aurora tried, but had I think he ended up essentially bonking in certain places. The first death was just because he didn't get the key right away, so he wasn't able to adapt to
Yeah.
things.
He lost his ultra, and so the bad ones got to him before he could make his way back to the door.
Yeah, thumbs down from Aurora on that one.
Yeah, a 209 is, I don't think, a time that anyone in this league would be okay with.
Yeah, looking at around a 10-second lead for Millay. Oh!
Well, but it's a little too low.
Yeah. Not a huge deficit there. Good movement on the coin room. Or approaching that. Always good to see when people, whether or not people go for the, or try to go for that new strat.
The quote-unquote new strat in the system.
That I know that strat's been around for a while, but newly exposed strat. 501 on Oshiro's skip cutscene for Millay. .516. So 15-second lead for Millay right now.
Yeah, so Aurora already making up like half of his time lost from sight.
Oh, Millay taking a death partway through this screen.
Yeah, most screens in books are pretty short though, so boxes and laundry are definitely much more dangerous.
Looking at about a 10-second gap right now.
Oh no, this is a really bad room to die in. You have to wait about those fillers.
632 on the button. And that is a tied game right now.
Yeah.
Maybe it could have been Millay's lead, but missing the button, making it a tie. So really close in this elevator shaft section, approaching that OG demo. Oh!
And Aurora's about a second ahead now.
Yeah, a little bit of a hiccup, but was able to save it. Aurora now onto that demo dash, taking the checkpoint. And it's good. Millay now on it, no checkpoint. Oh, and takes the death!
I'm really surprised that he went for that checkpoint list. Oh, and Aurora going over after failing the cycle skip there. I'm surprised Millay is going checkpointless because he's probably one of the rustier runners in the league. And that was definitely a risk on his part, which did not pay off, unfortunately.
Yeah, being one of the players who did not make it into the top 8. Surprising to see one of them going for something like that. want to peg you, but I mean, programmatic. Given that you're also secure.
Oh, whoa! What happened to Aurora? There, he was at the end of the room, and then he must have fallen or lost his dash or something.
I thought he hit. Are there dust bunnies on that screen?
There are, but
Because I'm pretty sure he ran into some, because that's what I saw.
I mean, there's only one moving dust bunny, and he was already well past it.
Well then, I don't know.
Okay, gets cornered. He can cover this pretty
Still in the
easily.
lead. Yeah, still in
As
the
long
lead
as
with
he
the
lets
timer.
Oshiro pass. Alright, he's good.
Yeah, still in the lead with the timer desync going on. So, 8:22 for Millay. And
8:30
8:30 for, yeah. So 8-second lead.
Millay also going for this strat. This is
Yeah,
also
wow.
surprising.
Oh,
Yeah, he misses
not
it.
gonna make it.
Okay, Aurora also
on
going for it. Not as surprising, but he misses it too.
Mm. Oh, but
two
Millay still struggling on it. Aurora's second try.
Two from
Oh,
Aurora.
oh my god! Both of them
Okay, Millay is the
struggling with
first to
it.
get through this room. So if Aurora pulls it off third try as well.
Wow, I think that's the lead for Millay right there.
Well, I mean, there was no lead change. Given
Yeah,
that
I know, but it's
they
still
both had to do
lead.
it 3 times.
Still keeping that lead. Very surprising to see that boxless strat can be tricky, but as you said, we didn't expect Millay to even go for it. So it just ended up working out for him. Okay. Not gonna
Millay
be
has
getting
plenty.
out-
Oh no,
Oh!
and he bonks.
Now giving the lead to Aurora with that. Missing the second auto-scroller skip. Okay. Both working through cliffside now.
Okay, 11:22 for Aurora. So Aurora's gonna take like a 7 or so second lead due to that auto scroller 2 death.
Ended up into a 11:23, just so we can get some good math here.
It skips the cutscene a little late. That cost him like half a second as well.
Mm-hmm. So, about a 6-second difference with Aurora in the lead. As we go into 5A.
Okay, Aurora not gonna go for Theo Warp. Millay, I think, was trying it, but then chose not to go for it once he punked his head on the ceiling.
Yeah. Aurora successful on his depth corner boost. Millay able to pull it off as well.
Millay also doing that buffered hyper even with the lights on it, or lights off animation. Or no, lights on. I bet.
So about a 5-second lead still for Aurora.
Okay, good bub drop. Okay. Oh, nice diagonal from Aurora. Okay, and Millay goes for the usual fast cycle for that room. Ooh, Aurora goes a little too fast at the start of this ascending room.
Yeah, dashing right into a shuriken.
Not going to attempt a fast cycle in the second half. Meanwhile, Millay just does it the standard way. The safe approach, definitely respectable.
Distances stayed about the same as we are now in the mirror section.
Oh!
Oh!
Millay dashes down right a little too soon to the button and hits the spike before he's able to wall jump. I guess High Ruxton, but hits that last switch a little bit late since he didn't have his dash to dash straight to it.
Or might have been able to save that, but didn't like his chances, so he's gonna just retry before even falling. Still having trouble on this screen. Oh, and dying on the Secret Gauntlet room.
Oh no! Yeah. Millay is ahead again.
Still not being able to work through it.
Gauntlet. I think it's giving a little bit of trouble. He can recover that. Alright, he should be out now. Okay, good.
Yeah.
Oh! That was a misdirect right there.
15-14 for Millay out of there.
Ooh, and an interesting fast cycle with the Ultra.
So a 25? Did I do that math right? Yeah. 25-second lead for Millay. Losing a lot of time in 5B.
Yeah, a 258 with the first try buzz drop is definitely at least 30 seconds off of what Aurora was looking for.
Right. We're gonna have to be looking at or pulling off a very good chapter 6 area, 6A, 6B. Of course, it's what Aurora is famous for doing. Where Millay is going to be just going through 6A.
Yeah, so we're not going to quite be able to see who's ahead until both of these chapter.
Yeah, but a good thing to note, you know, like optimal 6.
Oh, Millay!
Optimal 6B route, optimal 6A route saves only about like 10 seconds, I believe.
Less, like 5 to 7.
Yeah. So
A little more than it used to, thanks to the now relatively free demo dash. But
yeah, so even if Aurora were to be perfect, he would need a bit more than just that to help him. Not gonna be.
he does not get the ultra from the Kevin, so he's just gonna opt for the slow cycle in this room, which is gonna cost him like probably like at least 2 seconds. That's probably at least 2 seconds slower than the ultra.
So just gonna be having to hope for a definitely a smoother 6B than Millay is already having with his 6A. I already
Millay
have
has
a double dash.
died at least 3 times here.
So yeah, it won't be incredibly clear, but I feel at least. Oh, but I feel at least I feel kind of like, at least it seems, if you were to like start the routes around the same timing, like both getting to 6 at the same time, you would end up at the battle-in part of that the chapter you're going to at roughly the same time, it seems. So we can use that at least. I'm like, you can't get exact on that, but
yeah,
it does
I think.
seem.
Oh, that's another death. I think their performance, like both of them are struggling quite a bit with their respective chapters.
Yeah.
So if their performance is about the same, Aurora will gain back a few seconds.
Okay. Millay starting off that battle-in section. Aurora nearly there. I believe he has like 2 more screens now? No, 3 more screens. Okay. I really don't. It's hard to keep track of these. No, still, I don't know. I really don't.
Just assume that it doesn't end, and that way you'll be surprised when it does.
Yeah, I really don't know how many vertical falling screens there are. And I don't know which one is like the second to last or the third to last. I do know what the last one looks like. So, it's this one.
Yeah,
there it is, and there's that Nintendo demo. So, Aurora making it through. Now one more screen until battling.
I mean, there's some water boosting into the Alan fight.
If I was a Benton person, I would bet that Millay is definitely. I would still be in the lead in my book.
Ooh, nice cycle skip from Aurora.
Wow, that was really cool.
Yeah, normally they do an ultra from that, but I think Aurora realized he had just barely enough room just to hyper. Like, if he tried to extend that hyper, he probably would have died.
Right.
He was just pixels off of touching the spikes.
Oh, okay, so we do have some people who are unfamiliar with routing for any percent of Celeste, so I'll explain a little bit. Basically, yeah, any percent is just getting.
Oh, Aurora, okay, he can fix this. But he's gonna take the casual route because he does not have that crystal to help him.
Yeah. Yeah, basically, the B side does unlock the next A side. Yeah, we still are trying to beat 7A as quickly as possible. You know, get to unlock and beat 7A as fast as possible. That is still what any percent is. But there is technically some time save if you were to do 6B, the best 6B over the best 6A route, because 6B B sides do unlock the next A side.
Yeah, so it looks like Yeah. Millay is still on pace to stay ahead of Aurora here, but I think Aurora's 6 speed did go a little better than Millay's 6A.
Yeah, one more screen for Aurora to work on.
Should be able to bring that like 20-something bit difference down to 10 or so second difference.
Oh!
Yeah.
Did not get that cycle skip even. Good save though. 21-27, yeah. Just about a 10-second difference.
So I think the closeness of this race is mostly coming down to it being pretty much one of Millay's best runs of the league against one of Aurora's worst.
Yeah. And that is something that can happen. With that, I actually do want to ask if we can get a sync, because this could turn into a very good race. It already looks pretty close. 22 minutes on that cutscene skip. Okay, we are getting that sync, so we're just watching Aurora finish out 0 meters. Looking to be about 5 to 10 seconds behind Millay.
About 8 seconds. Yeah. So, just given the average performance of two runners, if they both do well, I think Aurora will come a little bit ahead of Millay.
Mm-hmm.
Just given strat differences. Alright, Millay is gonna have to take that block again. Gonna cost him about 2 seconds. Yeah, Aurora's making up that time very quickly.
Mm-hmm. I'd have to say that for Millay, it looks like...
Oh, okay. Okay, the second difference is down to 4 seconds now.
Yeah. This is... Ultimately, it seems that Summit is one of Millay's worst chapters. Just given the stats that I'm looking at here. One of the highest standard deviations he has. One of the worst averages he has. Just in terms of stuff going on there, and yeah. So it definitely advantage Aurora to be able to take this back. And already it looks like he might have.
So yeah, 35. Big battle in here. Okay, so it's 5 seconds right now.
Yeah, it's...
But it's getting smaller.
Shrinking fast.
We're going to be going in for his favorite demo dash here. One of 2 different demo dashes you can do in that room, and it's even possible to do both, but I don't think anyone's dared to attempt that just yet.
We have seen players go for each one individually in the season, though. I know that much.
Maybe once we get Bob Dole in the 90% league.
Is he only an IL runner, or does he do? I really don't know.
I think he mostly does ILs. He definitely does a lot of labbing because he's found quite a few of the demo dashes that people are starting to pick up recently.
Well, yeah, ever since he discovered how to show hitboxes. I've actually commented to him, like, I'd be like, settle down with the demos. Every time he posts a new demo. Because he's found some in Chapter 9 as well, and I'm just like, these are all ridiculous.
Oh, okay, Aurora's gonna loses his dash, but make sure he dashes upright late so he can still reach the wall. Not gonna go for the skip. Meanwhile, Millay does. Takes his time with it to make sure he can grab onto that corner.
definitely gonna help him out.
Right? Gonna save him about a second and a half there.
Yeah, Aurora with that lead, but Millay very shortly behind. Dealing with the auto-scroller. Not really gonna be saving any, you can't really make that screen go any faster, so.
Yeah.
Still looking very close with 26:04 on that cutscene skip. 26:05. Crazy stuff. I even want to sync it one more time once we get into 3000 because it seems like the timers did desync somehow a little bit. Just how this in-game timer works. I don't know who's gonna come out on top. Aurora certainly is more confident with his summit, but it's gonna be a tough one. 27:16 on that landing. And same for Millay. I don't know if we have the restreamer paying attention, but if we do, please pause Aurora's stream for just a little bit. Thank you.
So Aurora definitely has the speed on his side, but he's gotta do this with at least no more than like 2 deaths more than Millay.
Yeah, Aurora's just a little bit ahead. Like half a flag right now.
Black Zero, which spike are you referring to?
I'm gonna guess he's referring to demo dashes.
Oh, probably. That's not a secret shortcut. It's semi-glitch, sort of. In the previous level in 6B that Aurora did, yes, that is a glitch / exploit that allows you to shrink. Yeah, it is a developer-intended shortcut, but it's also based on a glitch of sorts.
Yeah. So basically, all these like spike things that you see, especially basically if you look on Aurora's screen right now is a good example. All of these bundles of spikes, those aren't actually like a solid block of spikes. There's actually gaps between them. And,
oh no, another death from Millay.
And in some sections, that gap is just big enough where we are able to squeeze through with some fancy inputs. So that's essentially what we do.
Skipping flag 3. That's something that I've seen happen more and more often lately. I'm gonna grab flag 2 just in case. See, he's probably aware that he's actually not super far ahead of Millay right now.
I'm actually just laughing at Tigerson testing out the golf command. Okay, 29:56 for Aurora.
Yeah, so that was a shockingly close race.
Yeah.
Millay definitely gonna get the points that he wants from this race. And depending on how Flavor's race goes against, who is it? I don't have the schedule on me at the moment.
Flairbear's facing Fladervy.
Okay. So given how that race goes, there's a good chance Millay will be able to overtake Flair for the number 8 spot.
Yeah. So, if I did that math correctly, Millay got like a 30-14, right? That was what he had?
30:04, I think.
Really? Ready to
I
go for
believe
it?
so.
Damn.
It was less than 10 seconds between them, I know that much.
Okay. So, either way, AuroraDash gonna be taking the win. And so, gonna be not overtaking the person above him in the leaderboards with that, but it's still gonna be having that good spot at 7th place. But definitely stick around for the next one. Gonna be Flairber versus Fladervy, and that's gonna be in about 7 minutes. So stick around for it.